What's up, guys? Today we are reviewing the Arsenal 2019-2020 away kit. What are your thoughts on this jersey?
It's really cool. I like that they went back to their old roots when they were Adidas before, and they kind of modernized it. I kind of like the look of the old one, maybe with a little darker, but overall I think it's a gorgeous kit. And you know, this is going back to your roots done right. It's not always done right. This is done
For sure.
excellently. What do you think?
See, it's funny because when I was in the store getting this, I was like, huh, this almost looks like a practice jersey, but now that I wear it, it looks fantastic. Like, really no complaints from me. I mean, maybe, like you said, maybe a little bit darker when it came to the detailing, but
at least you can see it.
Yeah, at least you can see it. That's all I have to say.
Another thing that also isn't always done right is yellow jerseys. I've seen so many bad yellow jerseys. And yes, it's bright, it's in your face, there's not a lot of dark in it, if you don't really count all these details. If you just count the, you know, the actual solid blue, there's not a lot of dark, but it works on this kit. They picked a good shade of yellow. So yeah, not only did they do a retro kit done right, but they did a yellow kit done right, so they deserve mad props.
Not a lot of great yellow kits, like you said. Any complaints on this jersey?
Like I said, I would have liked if it was a little darker, but like some of the other kits that we've reviewed and are also going to be reviewing soon, the finer details you can at least see from like medium or even somewhat longish distances, whereas some of those other kits we're reviewing, you almost can't even see them up close. So I would have liked a little darker, but it's dark enough.
For sure.
Gets the job done.
Yeah. A few complaints that I have, like you said, maybe a little bit darker when it came to the detailing, but one thing I would love to see on this jersey is if you see on the little arm sleeve right there, if you look on the sleeve here, you can see that there's this detailing with the red and the blue right there. I feel like if they did something here, this jersey would pull it off, especially maybe in the collar too, but definitely around the arms, the sleeves.
Just like the same blue that they have here, just a blue band.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to even be fancy,
well,
is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is kind of
or
do
more
this
like
strip. Yeah, maybe instead of like the background would be white and then maybe some blue. Anyway, that's what I would like to see from this jersey. Other than that, no real other complaints.
I think the last thing I wanted to say is I wish they did something, I feel like it's just missing one thing and I can't quite put my finger on it. And the only other thing that's like a little weird is that I'm not a huge monochrome fan, and I think they did make the correct choice, but this red is it just seems kind of out of place. Like if you didn't know soccer and you saw this, like why is there just a random red badge on there? It doesn't look like it matches, but like I said, they did do a good job with it. You want to just go into final ratings?
Yeah, I'll ask you, what do you think of this jersey?
I think for me that one is going to be a solid 8 out of 10. High marks. Like I said, there's a few things missing, but overall I think they did an excellent job. Again, with being yellow and being a retro kit, hard to nail those, and they nailed both, so high marks for me. What do you think?
Oof. I was in between a 6 and a 7, and now you said it was an 8. I was like thinking, wow, that's kind of high, but I was thinking, well, I like this jersey too. There's not too many complaints, so I'm gonna give this one a 7. There could be, like I said, some detailing, but overall, it's more than decent kit. Yeah, so I guess final review is 7.5.
Yep, 7.5 out of 10. If you haven't seen it, we did do a pre-match an Arsenal kit where we kind of just went over it, and we talked about it. We even talked about our favorite players. So if you want to see that, go check it out. Because we didn't do ratings at the time, we're gonna go back and do it. So if you want to know our thoughts on these, go check that video out. But this pre-match, you want to go first?
I'll let you go first.
This pre-match, it honestly is like a 1 or 2 out of 10. The design is hideous. All the pre-matches for this year are hideous. I think everyone pretty much can agree on that. It looks like someone bleached the shirt in the wash.
Tie-dyed, yeah.
But I think I'd probably give it a 2 because it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Or maybe even a 1. I want to give it more of a 3 or 4 just because of how ridiculously comfortable this is. You could literally wear this anywhere and fall asleep. It is like the most comfortable jersey I've ever felt, and just for that I really don't think it deserves a 4 because of the looks. The looks have grown on me, but I'm gonna give this one probably the best 3 out of 10. Probably the highest rating this jersey's ever gonna get. Unless you got
Whoa,
better.
yeah, you're speaking too soon, bro.
But just because of sheer comfortability, and they made it out of recycled ocean plastics. So the fact that they made a recycled jersey, you know, when I think of recycled material, I think of like terrible paper, plasticky feel. This doesn't have it, so...
You think of cheap. This is not cheap at all. This is high quality material right here.
So why don't you just give go for your final rating. I've talked enough.
So I'm actually gonna give this one a solid 2.
What did I even say? 3?
3, yeah.
Alright, 2.5 out of 10.
Yeah, 2.5.
You want to explain why?
I mean, just like you said, it looks like it looks like a tie-dyed shirt, and you just slapped an Arsenal badge on there. I mean, there are some good things about it. I mean, I might pick this up. I almost think it's fair for me to say 2. It isn't fair for me to say 2, but I'm gonna give it a 2. It is a pre-match kit, so yep.
If it wasn't so comfortable, would your rating change?
Well, I haven't worn this, so.
You at least felt it, right?
I felt it.
Or that didn't factor in at all for you?
Okay, if we're factoring like not just looks, probably 2. But if we're going off of feel and whatnot, I would say a 3, I guess.
And as ugly as it is, it's actually grown on me. Has it grown on you at all, or are you still like it?
Yeah. I thought I was gonna rate it more, but.
So don't knock it till you try it. It's so what? 2 out of 10.
Well, 3.
I said 3, you said 2, right?
Yeah, but it's between a 2 and a 3. I would just say 3.
Alright, so this one's a 3 out of 10. Don't knock it till you try it. It might grow on you. Maybe some of the other teams might be better colors, but that's going to be it for that one.
So with that, we actually didn't rate this kit in our other video as well. So I'm going to ask you, what do you think of this kit?
Again, Adidas picking up after Puma, nailed it out of the park. As much as I like this one's even better. I hesitate to give it a 10. I kind of already talked about it. There's just a few minor things. It's about as high a 9 as I could give it. I don't think it's quite a 10, but it's the highest 9 I'm going to award. I don't know, I kind of wish the band just continued and other little stupid stuff that doesn't really matter. But yeah, 9 out of 10 for me. What's your rating?
I was between 9 and 8, but I will give it a 9. I think there's really no complaints that I have on this jersey. It's all around great looking. Feels great too. So I guess final verdict would be a 9.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to bash Puma here, but Puma came out with some really questionable looking kits. A lot of Arsenal fans I know and on the internet and things just hated a lot of the Puma ones from the last 5 years. Not just the away ones with the weird colors, but the home kits. So like I said, I cannot reiterate enough that Adidas came out swinging and knocked it out of the park. First try in however many years since they've had, probably like 20 something years, I'm imagining. Because they went Nike, then Puma, then now Adidas again. So Adidas knocked it out of the park with all these kits. The third one. Don't think we're going to be able to get the third one anytime soon. It's really hard to get our hands on.
Yeah.
Everyone only seems to carry home and away. So third kit, final rating for me. Keep it quick. I'm just going to give that one 6 or 7. I think I'm just going to give it a 6. I mean, I feel like it's only just like a step below this one. It's very plain, but in a good way. But I'm going to give it like a 6. And again, 5 is like average, like in a good way. So it's just a slightly above average kit. Nothing fancy, but they did simplicity right.
I'm gonna say that one for me. It reminds me like the Real Madrid away one. It reminds me of that one. So I will say this is sort of on the basic end. I will give it a 5. There's some things that I like, of course, but it's kind of simple. I mean, it is a third kit, so most of the third kits have been simple, but that one for me is going to be a 5. I think it's right about average. So.
And I did review that one on my own. You didn't get a chance to see it.
The Real Madrid one, yes.
Yeah, the Real Madrid one. So if you want to check out that Real Madrid one, go ahead and do that. But that one has so much more detail. It's like a Starry Night thing.
Yeah.
Whereas the Arsenal one is just plain.
Yeah.
So I just want to say they don't. I know what you're saying. They are kind of the
overall,
same.
From a distance, they look the same. But when
up close,
the greater
that
details,
Real Madrid one's like high tier. So yeah, that's going to be it. Like I said, if you want to see more of us talking about the home and pre-match kit, please check out that video. We have other EPL videos out, and if there's anything else you guys want us to review, please let us know.
Before we go, we'd just like to thank you for your recent support. We've been reading the comments, we've seen the views and whatnot. We appreciate the support.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I know we're reviewing like new stuff, so there's gonna be hype, but like I thought it would take a lot longer to get.
Oh, for sure.
One of our videos is like 600, and some of them are like at 200 now, and it's just like unbelievable. So thank you all for clicking on our videos, and even if this is your first one, or if you're repeat viewers, thank you for watching another video. It really means a lot to us. We were like, every day we're like, bro, did you see that? 30 more, oh my gosh, like every day, every couple hours, we, you know, we didn't want to get too obsessed about it, but it was like, it was unbelievable. So thank you so much for watching, whether this is your first or you've watched all our videos.
Or
thank you
last.
from the bottom. Well, that's it for us. Have a good life. But thank you guys so much. We'll catch you on the next one.
Jersey boys.
Out. Out.
Yeah.